Hello everyone. In 1949, the country's total railway length was only about 22,000 kilometers. However, it has been over 70 years since the founding of the People's Republic of China. This country is increasingly prioritizing this mode of transportation, because it is expected to become an essential mode of passenger transportation in cities worldwide, given its substantial and practical benefits. Therefore, Beijing is not only focused on building conventional railway networks and investing in a world-class modern high-speed railway system. As of the end of 2002, the total length of China's railway network had reached 155,000 kilometers, including both conventional railways and high-speed rail. In the early 2000s, China did not yet have a single high-speed railway line. However, just over 2 decades later, everything had completely changed. China, a nation of billions, currently possesses the world's largest high-speed rail network, with a total length of over 42,000 kilometers. It is projected that by 2035, this network will be doubled in size, reaching a length of 70,000 kilometers. China currently possesses 5 of the 10 fastest operating high-speed railway lines in the world. Currently, the maximum speed of China's high-speed train reaches 350 kilometers per hour, surpassing both Japan and France, where the maximum speeds in these two countries. The speed only reaches 320 kilometers per hour. In addition to its domestic railway system, China has also built numerous international railway lines to connect with neighboring countries, expanding and promoting economic and trade cooperation. Overall, China's railway network has been continuously expanded and upgraded, achieving increasingly higher quality. Not only does it foster a friendly atmosphere, but it also connects many regions within and beyond the nation of billions, as well as reducing the time and cost of transporting goods from remote inland regions to the eastern seaports of the homeland. Video, Let. The Declaration of Independence of the Democratic Republic of Vietnam. Stretching across the Tibetan Plateau, this river has a total length of up to 1,956 kilometers. The Qinghai-Tibet Railway connects Xining, the capital of Qinghai Province, with Lhasa, the capital of the Tibet Autonomous Region. The special thing is that this is not merely the first railway line built to a remote and isolated region like Tibet. Simultaneously, this is also the world's highest railway, as its highest point sits at an altitude of 5,072 meters above sea level, right in the Tongula mountain range. To complete this railway line, China had to divide the project into 2 phases. Phase 1, which commenced construction in 1984, is the section from Tay Ninh Station to Kashgi Mok Station. Phase 2 of the project commenced in 2001, constructing the railway line from Kashgi Mok Station to Lhasa Station. The construction project was built at a total cost of up to $4.2 billion. Although the land clearance compensation cost is very low, the investment for environmental protection loan amounts to approximately $152 million. It can be affirmed that this is one of the key and largest-scale investment projects in the history of our country's railway industry. After decades of construction under extremely harsh conditions, the Qinghai-Tibet Railway, with a total length of 1,956 kilometers and passing through 675 bridges, has officially commenced operations. Among these, approximately 960 kilometers of railway were built at an average altitude of 4,000 meters above sea level. The 5,072-meter-high railway section, stretching 2,000 meters through the Kola Pass area, is hailed as the railway closest to the sky. This is also the structure with the most tunnels in the world, among which the Fenghuoshan Tunnel, at an altitude of 4,905 meters, holds the record for being the world's highest tunnel. For a long time, the journey to Tibet, a land nestled within the majestic Himalayas, has always been a major obstacle. This area became almost completely isolated from the rest of China. Therefore, the Qinghai-Tibet Railway is considered an engineering project with exceptionally complex technology and impressive length. It is capable of self-regulation and maintaining a stable state even under the most extreme weather conditions. To ensure the train's safety, the engineers designed a cold air duct system. To ensure roadbed stability in frost-susceptible soil conditions, deep piles are typically driven into the underlying soil layer to secure the road foundation. In addition, each train is equipped with special carriages, designed similarly to airplane cabins. and install ultraviolet-resistant glass doors to protect passengers from dizziness when traveling at altitudes above 5,000 meters. Yang energy will also be automatically supplied when the ship passes through areas where the energy is too thin. After officially commencing operations, this is the first railway line connecting Lhasa City, Tibet, with 5 major cities in China. These cities are Beijing, Shanghai, Xi'an, Chengdu, and Guangzhou. And the journey from the capital Beijing to Lhasa takes only about 48 hours. Here are several different ways to express this, depending on the specific context. According to the Beijing government, this is considered a measure to exploit Tibet's potential and bring a prosperous life to the local people. However, critics of this project argue that it will sound a death knell for Tibet's unique culture. Environmentalists have expressed concern about the railway's impact on the migration routes of the rare Tibetan antelope. They fear that the diverse ecosystem here will be destroyed. Despite facing significant environmental criticism, it is undeniable that this is the world's highest railway, and a great advanced scientific and technological achievement of humanity. Currently, this is also one of the most sought-after railway journeys to experience in China. The world's first railway was built to run around a desert. As one of China's largest deserts, the Taklamakan is located in the Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. Known for its treacherous terrain and extremely harsh weather, it's notoriously easy to enter but difficult to leave. However, this place played an extremely important role in trade activities between Asia and Europe. Along the northern and southern edges of this desert lie 2 branches of the ancient Silk Road, pioneered by merchants since time immemorial. They followed the rim of the Taklamakan and its oases to avoid the barren land. Curse. This 2,712 kilometers long railway line is also associated with the Taklamakan Desert, as the country announced it would put into operation a route encircling it. Immediately after the final section of the Hidayan, Ruochang Line officially commenced operations on June 16, 2012. This railway line officially commenced construction in December 2018. This road connects Huading City in southwestern Xinjiang with Nuokwang County in the southeast. With a design speed of up to 120 km per hour and a route passing through 22 stations, the entire journey takes only about 11.5 hours. Covering an area of up to 337,000 square kilometers, the Taklamakan is known as the world's second largest shifting sand desert. On the total 825 kilometers length of the Huading, Nuokwang route, 524 kilometers, equivalent to 65%, must regularly face threats from wind and sand. This placed engineers under immense challenges during construction due to the terrain and unique climatic conditions of this region. To construct the railway line across the shifting sand dunes, engineers built 5 bridges with a total length of up to 49.7 kilometers for trains to run on top, and separated from the underlying sandy terrain, while also ensuring safety for disaster-prone areas such as sandstorms. In addition, to prevent sand drift and curb ground deformation at the base of the bridge, the construction unit also installed grass-growing nets and planted 13 million new trees along both sides of the route. The Hoden-Ruochang line, along with 3 other railways crossing the Taklamakan Desert, including the previously operational Jemo-Kunyu line, have all officially commenced operations. The Southern Xinjiang Railway and the Hachan-Kashgar Railway have combined to form the world's first railway loop encircling a desert. The completion of this dedicated railway line not only aims to enhance freight transport operations but also meets the travel demands of the public. In addition, it also contributes to promoting domestic economic and tourism development. Moreover, this project marks a new chapter in the history of China's transportation infrastructure development. High-speed railway that traverses gardens and seas. The Fuzhou-Xiamen-Zhangzhou High-Speed Railway is one of the key railway projects in China's southeastern coastal region, facing the area opposite Taiwan Island. The project officially commenced construction in September 2017, designed with a length of 277 kilometers and a maximum speed of 350 kilometers per hour. Passing through the 3 straits of Maichao, Tuyanchao, and Anhai. This railway line has a total of 8 stations, connecting Fuzhou City, the capital of Fujian Province, with the historically rich city of Zhangzhou. In February of this year, this high-speed railway line officially passed all technical tests and evaluations. This is a crucial phase in the finalization of the high-speed railway project, aimed at testing and evaluating whether it meets quality standards and complies with the approved design. The vessel must then undergo another inspection before officially commencing operations this year. After entering operation, China's first cross-sea high-speed railway will shorten the travel time between Fuzhou and Xiamen to approximately 1 hour. And the travel time from Xiamen to Zhangzhou will be reduced to only about half an hour. In addition, this railway is also expected to contribute to the development of a coastal high-speed rail network in the southeast China region, promoting the development of cities such as Fuzhou, Xiamen, Zhangzhou, and Shenzhou, and the entire region through which the route passes. The railway line runs through the apartment complex. Located in southwestern China, Chongqing is the largest municipality by population with over 32 million people. The city covers a vast area of 82,300 square kilometers, of which mountainous terrain accounts for 76%. Due to densely packed high-rise buildings and mountainous terrain, this locality is compelled to develop a unique infrastructure and transportation system, distinct from other areas, to address the commuting needs of its residents. For example, the priority given to building monorail systems stems from their ability to climb steep slopes and navigate sharp curves, while also occupying a relatively small footprint. With its outstanding advantages, this solution has become the ideal choice in the context of the city's need to upgrade its public transportation system. Currently, Trung-Can boasts the world's longest and busiest monorail system, transporting millions of passengers daily. If you ever have the chance to visit this place, you will undoubtedly be amazed by the city's transportation system, a complex, maze-like network that is utterly unique. One notable example is Railway Line No. 1, which runs directly through a 19-story apartment building. This building also features an integrated station, allowing residents to board the train conveniently without having to go outside. This special route belongs to Line 2 of the Chongqing Urban Railway System. Due to the lack of space, the design team had to spend 2 years to come up with the final solution, building a railway line that runs directly through this apartment building. Instead of demolishing it or going around it, from a distance, these two structures appear to be connected, but in reality, they are two completely separate entities with a gap of up to 20 centimeters between the tower and the building. Floors 1 through 5 of the building are allocated for commercial space. Floors 9 to 19 are designed as residential apartments. The train passes through an area spanning from the 6th to the 8th floor along a 132-meter-long section of track. The station and the railway line were designed to both comply with railway industry planning and ensure they do not disrupt the daily lives of the building's residents, thanks to being equipped with a noise reduction system. This train is estimated to produce only about 60 decibels of noise, equivalent to the sound of an operating dishwasher. Therefore, the residents living here hardly feel any vibrations when the train passes by, and their daily life and work remain completely unaffected. Conversely, this unique railway has increased the value of apartments in the Trung CU building and become a tourist attraction that draws visitors whenever they come to the city. It can be said that the construction of the Trung-Can Cross-City Railway not only solves the travel problems of the residents but also helps promote the city's image to the world. When it is possible to successfully implement a project that integrates transportation, tourism, and the lives of the local people. This high-speed rail line currently holds the record for the highest speed. From 1997 to 2007, China implemented 6 rounds of railway speed increases. During the 6th acceleration phase in 2007, the operating speed of this railway line was increased from 140 km per hour to 200 km per hour. Currently, alongside its conventional railway system, China also possesses 2 high-speed railway tiers. First are the slower rail lines, operating at speeds of around 200 km per hour, which include both passenger and freight cars. Second are specialized high-speed rail lines exclusively for passenger transport, capable of operating at maximum speeds of up to 350 km per hour. This is also the highest operating speed of high-speed railways in the world today. To date, China has 5 high-speed railway lines operating at speeds of 350 km per hour. Among them, the Beijing-Shanghai high-speed railway line spans 1,318 kilometers, passes through 24 stations, and connects China's capital Beijing with the city of Shanghai. With its largest economic center being Shanghai, the project has a total construction investment capital of over $33 billion. Currently, this is known as the longest and highest standard high-speed railway line in the world. With a maximum speed of up to 350 kilometers per hour, passengers will be taken to their destination quickly and with great convenience. Travel time between the two cities is now shortened to just about 4.5 hours without the long waits associated with air travel. Since its official launch in 2011 until February 2013, the total number of passengers transported by this railway line has surpassed the 100 million mark for the first time. By 2021, this figure had surpassed the 1.3 billion passenger mark, the majority of whom were tourists. The cross-border railway connecting China, Laos, and Thailand is a strategic infrastructure project, forming a vital transportation corridor in the region. This route not only significantly reduces travel time and freight transport between the three countries but also vigorously promotes trade, economic cooperation, and cultural exchange. The project contributes to the socio-economic development of localities along the route while enhancing connectivity and integration among Southeast Asian nations and with China. Currently, Beijing is also intensifying the export of its railway technology to numerous countries around the world, with the widely known strategy called railway diplomacy. Among these, the China-Laos high-speed railway is a prime example. This is the first international railway line operated by Beijing, and is also one of the strategic projects under the Belt and Road Initiative invested by this country in Laos. The Laos-China Railway is 1,035 kilometers long, connecting Vientiane, the capital of Laos, with Kunming in China's Yunnan province. On Laotian territory, this route spans 422 kilometers, connecting the capital Vientiane with Bacao province, an area located along the southern part of the Laos-China border. Due to the treacherous terrain, it took nearly 5 years for this railway line to officially commence operation in December 2021. However, in its initial phase after completion, it could only handle 1 trillion interactions. And the rate data can be used to focus the analysis on the year 2021. However, in the initial period after its completion, it only served domestic passenger transport and cross-border freight transportation. As of February 25, 2023, this railway had served nearly 1.9 million domestic passenger trips in Laos and transported close to 2.9 million tons of cargo. Primarily, agricultural products are transported across the border between the two countries. It was not until April 13 of this year that this route officially launched its cross-border passenger transport service, connecting Kunming, China, with Vang Vieng, Laos, and vice versa. In addition, China is also accelerating the progress of another high-speed railway project in Thailand. The Bangkok-Nong Khai Railway project was commenced in 2014, but it wasn't until 2017 that it was restarted. This high-speed railway has a total length of 873 kilometers, with an initial estimated total investment capital of up to $45 billion. However, according to multiple sources, the actual total capital could reach $67 billion. Furthermore, the project is facing other serious